Anderson East live on 933 KGSR from our Dell Music Lounge. So the record Encore, out in January. One of the most striking things about it right away is how lush and orchestrated a lot of these songs are, yet how sort of simple they are as well. And they don't sound overly, there's not too much flair on them.
Yeah,
that's something you wanted specifically, right? That
yeah.
sort of middle ground.
Yeah, well, we're always searching for that, the subtleties, I think. But yeah, we, within respect to the, lushness, our kind of whole goal making the record was to, for every song to actually be able to be the encore, something to have that weight to it. I couldn't think of a better word than weight.
Gravitas is that word.
There we go. All right. I'm from Alabama. We don't know those kind of words.
We've learned a lot of things about Alabama the last couple of days.
Y'all pray for Alabama today.
You grew up the grandson of a Baptist preacher, and I'm imagining that in the church, that's where you knew you could sing the way you do? Where you first figured that out?
Not really. I was more singing like this because my voice hadn't changed yet. But no, I knew that I really enjoyed singing at that point. And I remember I got a solo one time, and I didn't do very well, but I liked the challenge of it, and so I didn't get any more.
There is a Willie Nelson tune on this record.
There is indeed. Yeah.
Why, and have you met Willie?
The B part is no.
Okay.
And the A part is I heard that record, and that song just jumped out. And I was, to be, for a song to come out so far in his career to have such an impact.
Which is Somebody Pick Up the Pieces, by the way.
Yeah, Somebody Pick Up the Pieces is the Willie song. And we were just sitting around in the studio listening to records, and I was like, y'all have to hear this. And we're like, okay, well, we have to record this now. So, and we did.
And I imagine the B part of that question, meeting Willie, is high on the bucket list?
Absolutely. But I'm honestly scared, too, because, I figure it could go either he would go three ways. He could hate it, be indifferent, or enjoy it. And I don't really care to figure out if it's those first two.
Meeting you, or what you did with the song?
Well,
or both?
Probably both. I have a strange sensation, or intuition that I'm just nobody actually likes me. So that's a real thing. We're getting to therapy right now today in Austin, Texas. I meant to be laying on that couch.
Yeah. You made this record with Dave Cobb. He's worked with Sturgill and with Chris Stapleton, and Chris Stapleton's part of the team on this record.
Yeah.
Plays guitar, wrote a couple of the songs with you.
Yeah.
There's something happening within what they call country music, but isn't even country music at this point. It's more something that sounds like what you're doing, this organic, lush, R&B driven thing. And does it matter if anyone calls it country music at this point?
I think if I personally don't identify with that genre labeling, but I think all those people, a large majority of them that Dave works with closely, I think it's just mainly just Southern music, and Southern music has its roots in gospel music and country music and soul music, R&B, and so I think that I would much rather fall on that line, and I think people like Chris and Brent Cobb have that that country thing to them, but it's also I think that's just as much soul music, and I think Willie Nelson's just as much soul music as he is a country singer.
And what's interesting is that Stapleton and you and Sturgill to some degree, it's I mean, the easiest thing is just to call you a singer-songwriter because you're doing both sides of that.
Mm-hmm.
And doing both sides of that as if
I'm
both sides
pretty much a
matter.
beer salesman, I think. Most days. We're good at that, too. But I'm sorry to interrupt your question there.
No, no, no. I mean, because I think one of the interesting things is you've got this voice that you know you've got.
And some
but-
great dance moves.
But
Sorry, I'm interrupting again.
that's all right. I mean, you should work on that couch, too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why people don't like you.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. We're getting to the root of some things, man. All right.
Now I don't know where I was going.
We're going to have to call Tony Robbins in here and have a seminar.
All right.
You want to go to couples therapy together?
Sure.
Not to say that we're a couple, but we can go, be therapized.
Let's do it in Alabama.
They lobotomize you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, live again on KGSR, Anderson East.